Silver Oak College. It is the most prestigious and renowned college in our state. The most esteemed and privileged students attend. My name is Ander. I am one of these students. I am studying psychology here, and specializing in human behavior patterns. However, I was caught in a bit of hot water recently. My late night behaviors and research was flagged by our school security system. I was promptly taken to our campus's headmistress. I knew I was in trouble, and there was a high likelihood I might be kicked out. I was completely mistaken. It turns out she needed someone with my skills. Some of the students have been dragging the school's name through the mud, smearing it and marking our image for too long. Anything from bullying students, control through social media and blackmail, causing issues for the school systems, making more work for our teachers, or just plain being disrespectful. The headmistress has had enough, and thought she'd use me as a means to an end. She has given me the assignment of correcting these students. Any means necessary, and completely off the record. I've been given keys and access to any place on campus. You know, research facilities, practice rooms and such. Hell, I even have access to all the dorms. Anything I need will be provided. Materials, resources, cover-up stories. It's all given to me. So, free reign over the campus, some students, no punishment, and access to all the school's facilities. This unfortunate fate has twisted its way into being very beneficial. And I'm being greatly compensated. Per issue solved, of course. One portion covering my damages, the other portion being some cash leniency. As long as I record everything that happens and maintain the students' behaviors, I'll get my rewards. Given the deal holds through by the end. Now, to cover the current troublemakers. Most of them are unique in why they can't just be kicked out. So, who are they? The first one, the Jock. Rowdy, obnoxious, and more than anything, annoying. He must have some serious self-image issues. He is constantly bullying students for how they look and act, all while trying to show off his body. Adding to that, he never turns up to class, only going to and being on time for his training sessions. Typical, really. He's here on a sports scholarship. Can't have him expelled due to his incredible performance, and what is basically advertising for the school. So, what info do I have on him? This is juicy. If his search history is correct, well, he's a bit of a backdoor enthusiast. Well, not a bit. Purchase history shows 10 plus toys bought. How devious. Search history shows a very different perspective to his normal attitude too. He loves being dominated. And serving. He will be a fun one to play with. But more difficult to plan out. confronting him directly as a death wish, and he can deny the evidence and accusations very easily in front of his hollow-skulled friends. Bait, hook, line, and sinker. It might be the safest approach to this. I'll send him an anonymous message, find some spicy messages and images. Then I just need to organize a secret meetup. I'll have to work from there. Not too dissimilar. This one, the cheerleader. The terrible power she has over people's reputation. It gives her the ability to control basically anyone. Perfect example. She was friends with this guy from the photography club. The cheerleader was trying to order him around, but she was being ignored. The poor guy just received some terrible news. A close family member passing away or something similar to that. Even though the guy was going through it, the cheerleader hated being ignored. She ruined his reputation and image overnight. Haven't seen the poor guy since. It's not an isolated incident. She does this to anyone who does bad by her, which can be basically anything. Her daddy owns the largest pharmaceutical company in the country. He would sooner buy this campus than let his little girl get expelled. Not even to protect her, but to protect his own image. Unbelievably pathetic. No wonder his daughter turned out the way she did. I'll have to convince her to tell me to meet up. Make her think it's her idea. She doesn't want to play anyone else's game. So, if she believes it's her in control, then this will be a lot easier. She might need to believe she could get dirt on me to eventually blackmail me with something advantageous about it. Her search history is the most spectacular part of all this. I think she's a virgin. It doesn't really matter, but it's surprising. No matter how many of those tree stumps she's dated, I don't think she's done the deed. And she seems rather clueless, searching up even the most basic things. I wonder if she's trying to be a pawn on her daddy's chessboard, a bargaining piece for some foul old bastard. Even I wouldn't wish that fate on her. Not on anyone. Maybe it's best to prevent it from being possible. Even better, it seems she's into mind control and hypnosis. Poor girl has control of people by the balls. But even those with power can lack a strong mental defense. And might even be into it. Let's see how she likes to be controlled against her will. A couple of fun hypnosis techniques and she would be putty in my hands. These two. The nerds. They might as well be conjoined at the hip. They are inseparable long-time friends and hidden troublemakers. Last semester, all the school's internet went down and everyone had to handwrite their reports and assignments. Absolute pain in the arse. That was their doing. And they've constantly been taking down the school systems for fun. Everyone knows it's them. They're basically the only two people at this place that could do it. But we can't touch them. There's no hard evidence, and, well, their parents are business partners. The girl's father and the boy's mother, they co-own a giant tech firm. Don't remember the name of it, one of the weird miscellaneous ones that has insane power. They built it together from the ground up. Basically the same story as the Cheerleader. They're untouchable. But they are insecure. If I make some noise, purposely spread misinformation, I can grab their attention. They really hate it when people say their parents are cheating on their wives and sleeping with each other, and that is the real reason for their success. So, a little bit of mistruth spreads, and they'll track my loosely covered trail quickly. At least, then I can start some discourse between them. Unsurprisingly, they don't have a record to follow. No history, no advantage. So I'm going in blind. But I have a hunch that they aren't into anything too odd. In fact, I think it's rather simple. They like each other. But being the socially awkward and incapable nerds they are, I'm certain they haven't said anything to each other about it. I guess I'll pull out the psychologist cap for this one. Even if I don't have the degree yet. This is a good one. The teacher's pet. This one might seem a bit odd, but she has been a pain in the backside for quite a while. Great student. The perfect student, actually. 10 out of 10 grades and performance. However, she creates an atmosphere of stress for everyone she is around. Reporting every single student for the most minor thing. Telling head teachers what each of the students in that subject are doing. She is trying to micromanage every human on this campus. It's becoming a really big issue. I should wind her down a little bit. Honestly, there is nothing of note keeping them from being kicked. No power, no money, no influence. But she has incredible grades and, well, due to her actions and those around her, the average student's grades are, frankly, shit. Her work keeps up the average for the class she is in. You know how it is. Good advertising for the college and all that politicking bullshit. I believe she just needs a great, long night of no sleep. And then maybe she'll loosen up a bit. Alternatively, I could convince her to submit. Break her, mind or body. Either could work. I'll figure it out as I go. I'm sure she's much more malleable than she seems. Those who follow rules so strictly, they often break the fastest. The Rebel. I haven't seen them come to class in a long time. If it was just them, then that's fine. But they're dragging more students into their shenanigans. From what I know, they just hang out and chat on the school roof. But I need to stop them. I have faith they'll go back to how they were. Once a good student. And a really close friend. I don't want to change them. Or how they want to live their life. Maybe I just need to set them on the right track for the time being. I don't know their history. I refuse to look at it. But I know them, and I'm sure We can talk when I see them again. I'll get them to drag me to the roof. I can lock us up there if need be. But I doubt I'll have to. Alright. The next one. Ugh. The Bimbo. She likes to sleep around. Nothing wrong with it. Your body, do whatever you want. However, it is at a point where it is distracting so many people, you can tell which class she has slept with. And now others are fighting over her. She is so oblivious, she doesn't even know people are physically fighting for her. I think this needs a special touch of mental manipulation. Some pre-warm-up, a little bit of a mind game, and then give her a time she literally can't forget. Keep her physically and mentally addicted to me, as much as it would irk me in the future. This bombshell is blissfully bouncing between people and causing issues. I feel bad that she isn't just allowed to enjoy herself. But I can't even imagine what would happen if she had not been healthy and if she had some sort of STI. Half the school would be fucked, literally and figuratively. Now, there really isn't any need to go through her search history. Everybody knows what she wants. Hell, I could probably just ask her what she would want, and she would bumble and trip through her words to tell me. The enthusiasm of a thirsty dog drinking water behind every word. Honestly, I'll just ask her to fuck. She's wanted to before, but I blew her off. Now that took some serious mental strength. I'm certain she would be very happy to oblige. You might be thinking, why can't the school just remove the dits? Her grades are trash, and she probably doesn't even know where she is half the time. Well, it's a bad situation. She has slept with teachers and everyone here knows it. But if the school kicks her out, it is basically an admission of guilt. If they do nothing, it helps keep it more quiet. But they can't keep her quiet. So they're getting me to do it. Click, snap, click, snap, click, snap. That's all you hear walking through the hallways. The photographer. Oh boy. He is a nuisance. One of the few who have affected me personally. This guy is a photography student, obviously, but he is a pain in the ass. It's like he's addicted to taking photos, or he needs it to live. He does it without consent and ignoring people's personal space. I will be fair and admit, he is great at what he does, but it is all he does. I'm not sure what the best approach is here, but maybe I can volunteer as a model for him. I'm sure he'd love that. And as to why we can't kick him, transfer student from some place overseas, I don't really care where. But removing him from here carries not only financial problems, but also moral ones. Not very good for the campus's image. For search history and yada yada, he is about as vanilla as it gets. Nothing too out of the ordinary for interests. Simple and easy. Perhaps a bit of flirtation will go a long way with him. After all, he must be hurting for company. And that's everyone so far. The headmistress may think she's using me, abusing her power to get me to do her dirty work. Cleaning her mess up by creating another. It's cute, really. I'll play her game as long as I'm allowed to, taking what I can and building each advantage. I'll begin making my moves later this week. I'll plan each target out and then go after them. A unique problem and treatment for each and every one of them. Better begin soon then, shouldn't I? And thank you to my patrons. In the Corrupted Bot tier, we have Elvin Semi, and in the Damaged Bot tier, we have Walter Crow. Thank you guys so much. Your support means everything to me.